Sometimes I've noticed in the free software community, people like to make perfect the enemy of good. They'll refuse to use a piece of software because it has non-free components, and sometimes that is a logical thing to do. But sometimes it will actually harm you in the process, so it's just not worth it. And an example of that is Telegram. Telegram is, as far as I'm aware, one of the only free software messaging programs that's in wide use. It's also incredibly easy to use. As such, a lot of what people might call normies have latched onto it, and with good reason. It's a nice program. Now personally, I actually use Telegram quite often, and I actually quite like it, so I guess maybe I'm biased in that way, but I don't really 100% understand the prejudice against it. A lot of free software folk actually downright reject Telegram on the grounds that the servers that it runs on use non-free software. Personally though, I don't understand this mentality. If all of your friends are using Telegram, what's the point of shutting them out because it's not free software? Unfortunately, people aren't going to switch to Element or XMPP. Neither is user-friendly enough, and both have quirks and bugs that make them unsuitable for average users. They also lack the features that everyday users are accustomed to. Believe me, I have tried to get people to use these services, and they just aren't interested. For most people, they're either going to use Discord, Messenger, or some other equally terrible proprietary messaging service. If you refuse to use any of those, they'll just text and call you, which is worse for your privacy since it isn't at all encrypted. If people can't immediately understand something, they will ditch it. Telegram has that immediate understandability that people seem to need. And although Telegram using non-free software on their servers is terrible, it shouldn't necessarily be the be-all end-all to you. It is possible for you to control what you say through the app, just don't give away government secrets through it and you'll probably be fine. I would say that I'd have no problem using Telegram for mundane conversation. And if someone wants to have a private conversation, let them know that they'll have to use XMPP or something like that to do that. Or better yet, talk to them about private matters in person. But believe me, the FBI or any other government agency that you might be concerned about for whatever reason doesn't care what anime you like watching. The important bit is that Telegram isn't going to go snooping through the stuff on your machine, since the client itself is open source. And to me, that is the important bit. So in conclusion, if some of your friends ask you to use Telegram, don't sweat it. Just use the thing and enjoy it. It is, after all, a pretty neat program. But with that said, rant over.